much better. Yo, if y'all ain't never hear that Uncle Murder song titled "We Outside," y'all don't know what y'all missing, man. That joint go hard. The whole gang outside with us. The gang outside with us. We outside. We outside. That joint is fire. Listen, if it wasn't for copyrights infringement, that joint would have been played right now. But yeah, man, I'm gonna give you a recap on the Earl Spence fight, which is, you know, which is I'm happy, you know, he got the job done. I was a little shaky in the beginning because you know he had this long layoff, having this long layoff, not being in the ring for a long period of time. You know that those things do affect you. You know what I'm saying? In any sport, that's like, you know, playing basketball. Like if I go play ball right now, I'm gonna be trash. But if I stay consistent and I play, let's say I play for the whole summer, by winter time, if I'm still balling out, you know what I'm saying? I get everything back in order. But yeah, man. Listen, that was a great fight yesterday. Wonderful fight. Being in Texas, if some of you guys don't know, that's my destination where I want to go live, spend the rest of my life. Well, until, you know, we got to get up out of here, you know. But if I do have to live and spend the rest of my life, I would like it to be in Texas, you know. But seeing it, it was just a beautiful thing, man. It was nice seeing everybody outside. Listen, that drum was packed. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. But yo, let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. I don't want to just talk about the you guys in aerospace. We all know aerospace was supposed to win that. You know, no disrespect to you guys. He did his thing against Manny Pacquiao. Not gonna ever knock that. I respect that. You're a good man. But the fight that everybody's waiting for, the ultimate fight, the Tommy Hearns Sugar Ray is about to happen this year. It just might. It just might. We never know. You know what I'm saying? With the pandemic and you just never know. You know? But that's a fight. And yo, shout out to Terrence Crawford's trainer, man. Yo, big bro, it's the Bo Mac. Yo, Bo Mac is a G, man. Shout out to him, man. He said, man, we gonna whoop Spence ass. Listen, I'm 50-50 on this one. I'm 50-50 because you know what I'm saying, I watch boxing, I do boxing, so I know what both parties bring to the table. But Terrence Crawford is a beast, bro. Terrence Crawford, he fights both stands. And he's on what, a 10-man knockout? I don't know. And you know me watching the Spence fight, and when I was with the homies, I say, yo, bro, see the mistakes Spence was doing with Ugas and Ugas didn't capitalize? Terrence Crawford is going to capitalize. Big time. Like, fighting that man, you gotta fight a perfect fight. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot half-ass this fight. You half-ass this fight, you make any little mistake, Crawford is gonna take you down, bro. That man know how to fight. I'm not going to lie. That man knows how to fight. And even with the Spence, you know, see me, I'm not gonna be hard on Spence because of the 18-month layoff. It's a long time to then get into in an arena packed with people. That's a lot. A lot of people don't understand. That's psychological. That's mental. But you know, that brother's a strong-willed brother, and you know, you gotta give respect when respect is due. But still, still, he's fighting. He's fighting a B class fighter. No disrespect to Ugas, bro, but Ugas got no power. Ugas got losses. Ugas, he lost to Sean Porter. Sean Porter, no disrespect to Sean Porter neither, but you feel me? It's like, but now you fighting Crawford. He said, "I want Crawford next." Oh, I can't bet that. Listen. I can't even bet it. I don't even think I can watch it because somebody's gotta go, and I'm leaning. I'm Earl Spence fan. I've always been an Earl Spence supporter. Remember, he's southpaw. I'm a southpaw, so of course I'm gonna stand with the lefty. But that man Crawford is a problem. And shout out to my big bro Cal, man. Yo, we used to sit there and talk about this all the time. He like, yo, I hear what you're saying with Spence. Spence is a great fighter. But that man, Terrence Crawford is. And this is when Terrence Crawford was not even, this is when he wasn't even in the welterweight. He was in the junior welterweight. And that man was killing. You get what I'm saying? And he was killing. And he fought against the big punchers. Victor Postal was a very, very powerful puncher. He poked that man down, made that man look like a child. Not saying you can do that to Earl Spence. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying what Earl Spence brings to the table is you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna have to be a complete fighter. A complete fighter, bro. You can't give no room for mistake. That's how dominant Terrence Crawford is. Terrence Crawford is arguably pound for pound #1 fighter in the world. Like pound for pound. They got him over Canelo Alvarez. Correct. Canelo got more of a fan base, but we talking about skills. We talking about not afraid to fight whoever, bro. Crawford is that man. Spence is not afraid to fight nobody neither. Spence said he was going to do what he said he was going to do. He said, yo, I'm going to clean up my side of the street. You clean up your side, and we meet in the middle. That man cleaned up the whole side of the street. and the only person that's left, that's in his way, is Terrence Crawford. But that man, Terrence Crawford, he's an animal. He's not a walk in the park. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Like, who you leaning on? Who you leaning on? I don't know who to lean on, and I don't wanna seem fake, cause I'm always been an Earl Spence. Always, that's my guy. Know what he can do. That man is a body snatcher. That man is a body snatcher. But for me, knowing what I know, knowing what Earl Spence brings to the table and what he brought to the table in the past, me knowing that, I know for a fact that if Terrence Crawford fought the Earl Spence before the car accident, hands down Earl Spence. And listen, not saying Earl Spence lost a step. I'm just telling you how dominant that man was. Like, yeah, he's fighting against Ugas. He's hurting the body. Boom, boom, boom. Like, I was watching it. I told my man, he hit him with a body shot. I don't know if it was in the 4th round. And then he just stopped. He got hit. He just stopped. And then Earl just hit him with like 5 combinations. Bam, 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 bam. Hit him with the hook to the head. And he was getting hit. And I told him, I was like, yo, that man body shots are crazy, bro. And I know he hit him so hard that you have to, like, you gotta pause to redeem yourself, like, but at the same time, you still getting hit in the head, getting hit in the side, getting hit on your shoulders, and listen, but with Terrence Crawford is too his IQ, his ring IQ, he's too. I'm about to say biblically sound. He's too boxing savvy. Like this man knows that ring. Man, listen. Man, listen. But then again, Crawford do get touched though. He do get touched. Yeah, he do get touched. And I don't think he ever felt a puncher like Errol Spence. Did you see the last two fights Errol Spence had? Did you see what happened to Danny Garcia's eye? Yo, Danny Garcia look. Yo, I ain't saying he looked like bad as you guys, but that eye was bad. And I'm telling you guys, that man power is crazy. It's gonna be Thomas Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard. It's gonna be one of those type of fights. It's gonna be one of those. I'm telling you, it's going to be one of those. But the difference is Terrence Crawford can fight both ways, bro. That man is an orthodox fighter. He's anti-Yankees, whatever that word is. Where he can do with his left, do with his right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watch a man, yo, this is how you know you're great. When you can, first of all, how do you even train for that? How do you train for that? You're gonna watch videos of a man who's fighting orthodox, get in the ring and fight you southpaw, and dominate. Like, I watch this man. I'm like, yo, son, this man really out here just wilding, son. He's wilding. But then again, Errol Spence is a problem. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait for things to get signed. I hope things go good. And let me say this, Terrence Crawford, I know you're a great fighter. Your accolades can't be questioned. Can't do that. But your fam, you are the B fighter in this fight, bro. Hands down. You can't use your accolades from junior welterweight to bring it into welterweight and talk about you are the A man because of the wins and you being undisputed. That man respects the big fish, bro. And last night was a clear indication that man is a big fish. You gotta just respect that, bro. For real. Like, all jokes aside, you gotta respect that. No, 50-50 split, bro. Just take whatever they give you, bro. Take whatever they give you, prove them wrong, get the belt, get the strap, keep it pushing. Because this fight right here is going to be the Oscar De La Hoya Mayweather fight. Whoever wins this fight will be the face of boxing. Period. Like, they're not gonna have Canelo conversations. They're not gonna have Devin Haney. They're not gonna have When Mayweather retired, boxing was Andre Ward's. Canelo's over here fighting Kirkland. Boxing doesn't have that superstar aura because the great ones retired. Andre Ward retired, Mayweather retired, Errol Spence with the injuries, you know what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford with his legal issues. Lomachenko's overrated. I say it. He's overrated. He's another great white hope that anytime they got a Caucasian man that has any potential of being greater than colored people, they're going to push that narrative. He is trash. And my son Lopez, shout out to BK, you know how we operate. Took him down. Light work. He's trash. Okay? Garbage. And I don't like, that's the thing I don't like about boxing either, is when it comes to like Caucasians, like even with the Tyson Fury joke, man. And I'm not having no excuses. Tyson Fury won hands down, fair and square. It is what it is. But we're not gonna act like when that man got knocked down, there wasn't no they wasn't giving that man some time to redeem himself. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna act like that ain't happened. And we all know why these things happen, but that's neither here nor there. But that this fight is going to determine who's the cash cow of boxing. This fight right here. You know, Tank Davis is coming up there too. Tank Davis is coming up there. But Tank Davis got to fight. He got to fight a Devin Haney. He got to fight a Shakur Stevens. He got to fight one of these killers that's in the same skill bracket. I'm talking about skills. We're not talking about punching power and knockout. We're talking about skills. We're talking talent for talent. We're talking about when things go rough, they know how to allude to plan B, C, D, E, F, G. That's what makes you great. When your game plan isn't working and you figure another alternative and you don't even need your coach to tell you that. That's what made Mayweather great. A lot of you guys thinking it's all about defense. No, that man was a ring adjuster, meaning he gonna adjust on the fly. He see something, oh, this is what he's like to do. All right, let me take that away. And guess who does that in boxing right now? Mr. Crawford. So Spence, listen, you can't be throwing them wild hooks, you know. You can't throw that. And you fighting against Ugas who's an older individual who got wear and tear. Like a lot of you guys don't understand, man. Fighting all of these amateur fights, these things put a toll on your body. Some of these dudes like Lomachenko, 300 amateur fights. 300, that's 300 fights. Ain't no telling how many shots to the head. You know what I'm saying? Your body gets sore, you get tired, you gotta rest, you gotta recuperate, you gotta do a lot of things. All of these things plays a factor in boxing, bro. These things play a factor. Facts. These things play a factor. So having 300 amateur fights, that's cool, but that takes a toll. And that's what happened to Ugas. Ugas has a long list of amateur fights. And when it's time, when you fight in the top of the top, it's hard for you to make adjustments, and it's just a lot. But Terence Crawford is gonna make every single adjustment. There was one time when Spence threw an uppercut and missed, and Ugas could have just hit him, but he froze. I don't know why. Terence Crawford's not going to do that. The only thing I could tell Earl Spence to do against Terence Crawford, you gotta make that fight a dog fight. You gotta make him fight you in the inside. You let Terence Crawford move around and use his athleticism and be able to switch up and time you. Oh yeah, he's gonna win. It's gonna be an easy fight. But if you tear down that body, you close down that ring so he can't move, you make him be the peddler moving backward. You make him do all of that. You might finally see a lefty undisputed since Zab Zuda. You might just see, but that's my thing for Crawford, Spence. Are you ready? I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm everything because these are two of my favorite fighters. Spence is my ultimate favorite, and I'll be a fool to say that it was gonna be easy money. Shout out to my son. He knows his sports, man. He knows his sports. Listen, he comes on and be like, listen, Spence is gonna watch this, man, and it'd be funny because he's serious. He stands on that, and I respect it. That's my bro. But for me, listen, I know boxing. I box. I know when I see somebody great, and both of these dudes is great, and both these dudes got a lot to lose, and a loss is a very Let me say something. We living in a time, before I even leave, right? We're living in a time where a loss can make or break you. And a lot of times these losses break our individual. These fighters don't recuperate. I'm gonna give you an example. Look at Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner was supposedly supposed to be the next up and coming Floyd. Caught that loss, that man had never ever recovered. Ever. He's fighting dudes that we know he should be winning. He was supposed to win that fight with Manny Pacquiao. That's how talented Broner is. But when you catch that especially if you ain't psychologically strong, it's going to break you. And a lot of boxers who catch O's never come back the same. Look at Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia have never been the same. Ever. Ever. What's his record ever since he caught his loss? When he's like one, he got his second. He's like 2-4, 2-2. He's something. But the people that he beaten wasn't top of the line. He was a regular mediocre fighters. But that's what I'm saying. When you lose that, it's just hard. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I still got my money on. I don't got my money on nobody. But I'm gonna stand with Spence. Spence, left hand power. You know? For that. That's how we like it. So my money's on you. I mean, my faith is on you. I put my trust in you. But I'll be lying if I didn't tell you that Crawford don't do what it do. But yeah, man, leave comments, tell me what you think, tell me what you feel, and continue supporting, Repent and Die podcast. It's not just about, the podcasting, which I always do, but I'm always gonna give you that hood news. I'm always gonna give you that, the wisdom and the knowledge to help you move forward. But it's your brother, man, from the motherland. I came to you guys live.